So, hello, hi guys, how are you? So once again we are back and काफी मेरे को एकदम कॉफी विद करण जैसी फीलिंग आ रही है. आई एम गेटिंग टू सिट विद सम ऑफ द हमारे कोडिंग ब्लॉग्स के अंदर के जो सेलिब्रिटीज हैं, बढ़िया बढ़िया चीजें अचीव करें हैं, तो आई एम गेटिंग देम ऑन बोर्ड. एंड टुडे ऑन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू बी हैविंग नमन. So Naman, I will just yeah, sorry. So yeah, here is Naman. Here is Naman is his username as well. Hi Naman, कैसा है?
हाँ, हेलो अर्नव. हेलो अर्नव भैया, थैंक्स फॉर हैविंग मी हियर.
Okay, तो let me just quickly tell you a little bit about Naman. हम क्यों नमन को आज लाए यहाँ पे, तो we have Naman here because of course just GSoC के रिजल्ट आए हैं 2-3 दिन पहले, and he has been selected, and not just been selected, he is going to be participating in the GraphQL organization, जो कि is one of the most used query language आज के डेट में. तो that's a really really big thing, and very big congratulations for that, Naman, for this achievement. तो इसके साथ साथ आई थिंक जैसे कल हम पुलकित भैया को लेके आए थे, एंड ही वाज वन ऑफ द विनर्स ऑफ बॉस इन 2018. तो नमन वाज एक्चुअली द first winner of the first version of Boss that we ran at Coding Blocks. तो जब हम 2017 में पहली बार बॉस स्टार्ट किया था, एंड ही केम फर्स्ट इन दैट, एंड नमन ने हमारी कोडिंग ब्लॉग्स की ऑनलाइन आईडी पूरी बनाई थी तब, और अब उसके पीछे का जो जज है वो भी अभी रिवैम्प किया है रिसेंट टाइम्स में. तो वी विल टॉक अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दी स्टोरीज, and we'll talk when Naman started coding, programming and everything, right? तो सबसे पहली बात तो एकदम छोटा सा एक क्वेश्चन, नमन. अभी GSoC में you have already achieved so many things. You are already working at a place like ProductHunt, but still I think getting selected in GSoC is a great experience regardless. तो अभी ये न्यूज़ सुन के कैसा लग रहा है, and right now what all you're going to be doing, taking part in GSoC?
First of all, thank you भैया for all the wishes and congratulations to you too for the 50K subscribers on YouTube. So that's a really great thing. So about GSoC, I'm really excited to participate in GSoC, especially under the GraphQL Foundation, because I've been working with GraphQL since long, and at product, and also like GraphQL is supporting as a backbone for all our architecture. So yeah, I work on GraphQL with various projects, and now through GSoC, I'm getting a chance to contribute to GraphQL. So I'll be working with on GraphQL parser, and I'll be bringing in error recovery and streaming support to it. So yeah, we can discuss about that later on. But yeah, definitely, I'm like really happy participating in GSoC, and like you have always been an inspiration. You have like contributed to participating in GSoC like twice. So yeah,
Thank you.
definitely, I'm feeling really good.
Okay. So we will actually start from the very beginning. I would like to know कि मतलब कहाँ से तूने प्रोग्रामिंग वगैरह शुरू करी, उसके बाद क्या जर्नी रहा. काफी सारा जर्नी मैंने साथ में देखा है, बट मेरे देखने से पहले वाला जर्नी भी क्या है, दैट आल्सो आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू. राइट, हम अभी कितना हो गया, आई थिंक 4 साल ही हो गए, ऑलमोस्ट 4 साल होने को बीन सीइंग यू इन्वॉल्वड इन सो मेनी थिंग्स. बाय द वे, कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए हैं अबाउट द React.js कोर्स. तो अभी हम पहले नमन भैया से थोड़ा बात करेंगे, इनकी एक्सपीरियंस इन द प्लेसेस ही हैज वर्कड एंड द अचीवमेंट्स ही हैज डन, एंड आफ्टर दैट नमन और तथागत जो है, सो आई विल ट्राई टू गेट सम इंटरव्यू विद तथागत आल्सो इन द कमिंग वीक समडे. तो नमन एंड तथागत, दे हैव टुगेदर वर्कड ऑन अ React.js कोर्स. इट्स अ रियली नाइस कोर्स. इनफैक्ट मैं खुद पर्सनली रिएक्ट में बहुत ज्यादा काम नहीं किया है, तो मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा देखने के लिए आई हैड एनरोल्ड माइसेल्फ into that course, and I was watching some of the videos last week. So it's a basics of React.js course. तो आप लोगों को थोड़ा बहुत JavaScript आता है, उसके बाद React start करने के लिए है वो कोर्स, and there are some web apps built using React in that course, and really nice projects that Naman and Tathagat have built in that. तो हम लोग उस कोर्स के बारे में बात करेंगे after we talk about Naman's experience, and when we talk about that, we have a very big surprise for all of you. We will be dropping some coupons in the live stream Okay, so those are going to be hot coupon drops that the first few people who can pick up. So there are going to be I think 5 coupons of 100% off. There are going to be some more coupons of 90% off, some coupons of 75% off, and like that. So we will be dropping those coupons, and towards the end of the video, and whoever is able to take those coupons and purchase the course, they can do that. तो उस पे हम जाते हैं, बट लेट्स फर्स्ट रिज्यूम टॉकिंग टू नमन. तो ये पूछना चाहूंगा कि यार नमन, मतलब प्रोग्रामिंग वाली वर्ल्ड में या कुछ मतलब कंप्यूटर्स लेके चीजें बनाने वाली चीज, मतलब ये जो चुल है ये कब से शुरू हुई है, एंड व्हाट्स लाइक द ओरिजिन स्टोरी?
So like I've always been interested in computer science. Like I remember my school days when in like 10th and 11th, like I used to blog a lot on Blogger and things. I used to write blog posts, and through that editing the designs and all that, I got to learn the CSS, HTML, and basics of JavaScript. So at that time, like I went to school, and all day long I used to skip my classes and sit in the computer lab and working on my blogs and building some C++ programs. I remember my teachers scolding me every time for that. When I used to miss the subjects, but not otherwise. So so at that time I used to work on the blogs, rank them, do some SEO, and try to actually sell them. But it took me actually 2 years to sell my first blog. So my journey started from there, because from that time only I got to learn the basics of web development. And once I was like out of college, out of school, I graduated in 2016 out of school. So I sold my first website, and earned me some funds, and then I enrolled into the coding blocks course, the crux course for Java data structures. So I enrolled into that course, and then Rishabh Bhaiya was teaching then. So I got to know a lot about those things. I remember, like, before joining the course, I was building a tic-tac-toe game with putting all the ifs and else, and like I was trying to build a tic-tac-toe game which nobody can beat. And that game was built on all the ifs and else's, because I didn't know what dynamic programming was, or what backtracking was. So, but after the that course, I got to learn a lot more about that. And I guess you remember that after the course, then I reached the you about if I can do the SEO for coding blogs, and
Yes,
then
yes,
like
yes, I
you
remember.
called me. Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I think so. I remember मेरे को आई थिंक पहली बार तो प्रियांशु भैया से बात करी थी अबाउट दिस, एंड देन या सो उसके बाद आई थिंक प्रियांशु भैया ने कहा कि ये हमारे यहाँ पे कोई स्टूडेंट ही है, फर्स्ट ईयर कॉलेज जैसे उसने स्टार्ट ही किया, और यहाँ पे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर एल्गोरिथम्स भी पढ़ रहा है, एंड ही हैज सेड कि आपकी वेबसाइट में एसईओ में काफी चीजें इंप्रूव हो सकती है, एंड ही हैज अ प्रेजेंटेशन. तो मैंने कहा अच्छा सही है, मतलब ऐसा कोई प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाना चाह रहा है ये है, तो आई वाज रियली सरप्राइज. तो मैं किसी क्लासरूम में बैठा हुआ था, ये रेडी वेडी करके लैपटॉप लेके, तो मैं गया क्लासरूम में, एकदम फुल्ली आयरन व्हाइट कलर का शर्ट पहन के, ब्लैक ट्राउजर पहन के, जैसे वो प्लेसमेंट के टाइम पे लोग आते हैं, तो वैसे दैट इज हाउ आई फर्स्ट मेट नमन. और मेरे को बिल्कुल अपेयर नहीं हुआ कि ही वाज इन फर्स्ट ईयर एट दैट टाइम. मतलब ही ओपनड अप हिज लैपटॉप एंड गिव अस अ प्रेजेंटेशन लाइक यू वुड एक्सपेक्ट एनी प्रोफेशनल एसईओ एक्सपर्ट टू गिव. उसने एक एक करके पेजेस खोल के दिखाए हमारे वेबसाइट के, और पता नहीं आप में से कोई जो वीडियोस देख रहे हैं, एनीबडी हैज सीन कोडिंग ब्लॉग्स वेबसाइट 4 इयर्स 5 इयर्स बैक, कैसा था? काफी बेकार था. तो एंड ही शोड लाइक व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स वी कैन इंप्रूव ऑन एसईओ एंड ऑल, एंड आई वाज इम्प्रेस किया यार, इसको तो काफी चीजें पता है. एंड ही वाज लाइक कि नहीं, मतलब आई स्टडी एट कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स, आई वांट कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स टू ग्रो, तो इसलिए मैं करना चाहता हूँ. मैंने जब स्टाइपेंड की बात करी थी पहली बार, किया मतलब ये चीज करेगा तो क्या स्टाइपेंड वगैरह, इसलिए नहीं नहीं मैं तो चाहता हूँ कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स ग्रो करे. तो दैट इज माय फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस विद हिम. और उसके बाद तो मतलब आई जस्ट सीन हिम कीप ग्रोइंग. आई थिंक उसके बाद ही हैड वर्कड सो मच इन वेब डेवलपमेंट फील्ड, डन सो मेनी थिंग्स. तो एक तो एक बड़ी सी लिस्ट है ऑफ ऑल द इंटरव्यूज दैट दिस गाय हैज क्लियर्ड. तो एक बार लिस्ट बता दे in last 4 years, what all places you have given interviews you have cleared?
Yeah, like I feel that I was like really fortunate to work at so many places. So my journey definitely started with coding blogs as a software engineer intern, and then I cleared interviews for HackerEarth, for Grofers, for Postman, and Hasura. And recently in September 2019, I joined Product Hunt as a full stack, full-time engineer. So like yeah, all these places like especially HackerEarth, Grofers, Postman, I cleared these
Right.
interviews.
Right.
So yeah.
तो इस चीज के अराउंड मैं एक बार पूछना चाहूंगा. आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु वुड बी वाचिंग वुड आल्सो बी बडिंग वेब डेवलपर्स. दे माइट बी लुकिंग फॉर इंटर्नशिप इंटरव्यूज, जॉब इंटरव्यूज. दे माइट बी गिविंग some set of क्या कहते हैं मतलब guidelines, tips you can give to people who would be looking for internships and jobs and web development. कैसे prepare करें, क्या चीजें करना important है in this journey?
Yeah, definitely. So internships has played a like the major role in all my learning. So I recommend everybody that don't sit at home. Go somewhere, learn from people, because you will learn only when you work with people, like the experienced people and production level projects. So to get internships, the first thing I like talk to a lot of people, a lot of like junior students come to me and say like I don't know things. How do I get an internship? I don't think I can. But there's no such thing that you can. If you don't know even anything, like just learn the basics and start building projects. You cannot learn just by reading stuff. You have to practice it. So start building projects, publish those projects on GitHub, showcase them. If you are building if you are looking to work in the maybe mobile development field or a web development field, build websites, build mobile applications, publish them on GitHub, share with friends. If you want to go into the machine learning or data science field, build some Jupyter notebooks, publish them on Kaggle, participate in the contest there. So build this profile that if you can, like fetching the first internship is comparatively difficult than when you already have like three
Right.
internships on your resume, and then you're going to the for the fourth one. So for the first internship, build this portfolio of projects which shows that you are really motivated to work in this field, and you put on all your efforts for that. And based on those projects only, people will like judge you and interview. So projects, building projects is really important if you are going for the for your first or second internship. If you are going for a much experienced role, I would suggest that like for that role, people usually expect you to have some knowledge about different technologies, and they won't really go and ask you, okay, only Node.js, but I will ask you how to implement this specific thing in Python or something. No, everybody wants to ask you just basic questions. So have a good grasp on the basics. It is not required that you should know all the languages. Nobody does. You cannot practically learn everything. You go to different places, and different people are using different frameworks, different languages. So you can learn them on the fly if your concepts are good. So focus on your concepts, and in interviews they will ask you for different technologies, and they will ask you questions about different architecture, how to solve this problem, or how to architect this applications. So that those skills will keep you'll keep gaining those skills when with experience only. So the best thing is like just work, and if you actually are not just doing it for the sake of job, but if you are actually enjoying it, you won't even feel like working. That is the great thing about computer science.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. मतलब हमारे फील्ड में इतने जो लोग हैं जो प्योरली अच्छा लगता है इसलिए कर रहे हैं, so that number is very high, and I think they are all
Yeah.
enjoying their lives while also building great stuff. तो as far as projects की बात करते हैं और building great stuff की बात करते हैं, तूने बहुत सारे अच्छे projects बनाए हैं. मतलब I have always been impressed. I think पहली बार मैंने Git Fame देखा था, तो I think second year of Boss में Git Fame was also part of Boss as a external project, right? If I remember, हाँ. So like starting
In the
from Git
second year,
Fame,
yeah.
yeah. So starting from Git Fame, yeah, even Git Fame से पहले भी तूने कुछ projects अगर खुद बनाए होंगे, तो can you like walk through our audience into what kind of projects you have built at what stages of life? Show them a little bit around I can add your screen here.
Sure. It is visible, I guess. So
Yeah.
let me actually tell you one of my projects from school days. Like I
School days.
actually got to
Wow.
know about it. I was yeah, I was going through my email like recently, the send inbox, and I found this recently. So this
Okay.
is one of my projects built in like Turbo C++ long back in 11 standard. So this was my first all-nighter I did during that time
Shout out on the chat for everybody who
and built
remembers the
this
Turbo
in
C++
about
days.
32 hours. So,
How many
sorry.
of you remember your Turbo C++ days? How many of you built projects on that? So
Yeah, please,
great. So
please
what
comment
was this
and let
project
us
about?
know. So yeah, this project was a complete GUI inside Turbo C++. You could actually have all the authentication and stuff. And it was a music library that using the like alphabet keys on your keyboard, you can play different tunes. Like every key was mapped to some frequency, and you can play tunes, and you can save them on your file system, and then you can come like on next day and replay those, and you
Oh,
can
I think can you just
do all the
refresh
flood
the
stuff.
screen once? It has gotten a little stuck. So maybe
Okay,
let
okay.
open the docx
Let me
separately.
actually turn off my. Yeah. Is it
No, no,
better now?
uh, no, I think if you could open the docx, I think in a separate tab, then it would be fine because here I think the welcome screen is coming on top of it.
Okay. Is it visible now?
I think in parts. Okay. Seems a little strange. Let me just add your screen back. Okay, it's I think loading now, so it's started. Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this was a kind of a welcome screen, and then you can do all the authentication and stuff. And
ये
then what
ग्राफिक
you
वाले
could
एडिटर से किया था ये सारी चीजें ग्राफिक डॉट एच से किया है ये सब
yeah, this is graphic.h. You have like I remember 12
वाओ
different colors, and you can use rectangle and circles, and you could actually there were patterns also. So you see these circles filled up with different patterns. They were different patterns, and you can fill those up. I don't even remember how to do this thing right now, but definitely it was such a ugly code
right
that time. So yeah, so this was the music list. You could so if you have to add songs, you when you type this was like the disco lights. They will like randomize the colors will change and stuff will happen. So yeah, so this was my first project, and then after that, like the good projects come. The initial good projects come from the boss only. So
okay
let's explore the GitHub actually. If I go to
definitely
2000, maybe 17, yeah, this tool by GitHub is actually like really underrated. If like 5 years from now, I have to see what I was doing at this moment, I can actually see exactly what I was working on and where I was working on. So I love this tool. So 2017. So yeah, I participated in Boss 2017, and like you can see that my major contribution started from May. So yeah, so let's check 17th of May. Okay, yeah. So improved the IDE theme. So this must be my
yeah
first PR to the
correct
IDE. Okay,
so guys
so
you
the
can see
IDE
this is
looked
how the
like
coding blocks ID used to look like back then yeah this is
yeah.
how the
Back then it was this,
id.codingblocks.com
and
जिन्होंने देखा
yeah,
है उसके comparison में this is how it used to look like
yeah.
and now it has
Yeah,
dark code
this is the current version. This
nice
is the current version, and at that time it looked like this. So like ID was a really great project. I got to learn a lot from this project, and I'll talk this about this later on. Let me show you one another project.
right
I guess yeah, Git Fame. So Git Fame was one of the project I'm contributing to GraphQL. So
Right.
this is the project which introduced me to GraphQL. I wanted to learn GraphQL, and what I did was I read the documentations, and then I started building a project, as I recommended all of you who are listening. So
Right.
I built this project. This is a Git fame. What it does is it calls the GitHub's GraphQL API, get the results, and display the results on the screen. So this was the initial first version, featuring champion swimmer, obviously, with all these contributions
आई
and
थिंक मेरा
followers.
किसी एक
So
चीज के अंदर कुछ स्टार या किसी चीज की वजह से क्रैश कर रहा था ना, जो एक कुछ एपीआई कॉल में एरर था, इफ आई रिमेम्बर.
yeah. So there was some really big, I guess, the Linux kernel repository which we
Yeah.
contributed to, and fetching the data for that was so long that it was failing, and I wasn't a that good developer that time to fix that up. So
आई रिमेम्बर. हाँ, मतलब
and
आई थिंक मैं प्रोजेक्ट देखने गया तो सारे लोग स्टूडेंट्स मेरे सब लोग कह रहे हैं कि बहुत बढ़िया प्रोजेक्ट है, बहुत बढ़िया प्रोजेक्ट है. मैं खोलने जा रहा हूँ यार, मेरा पेज नहीं खुल रहा, मेरे को समझ नहीं आ रहा. मैंने नमन को बोला यार कि यार तेरे प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में सब लोग कह रहे हैं बहुत बढ़िया गिट फ्रेम बना है, बट यार मेरा वाला प्रोफाइल खुल नहीं रहा, क्या सीन है. सो या आई रिमेम्बर व्हेन आई फर्स्ट डे आई लुक्ड एट गिट फ्रेम, बट देन हाँ तूने वो फिक्स भी किया था उसके बाद. एंड उसके बाद तो प्रोजेक्ट आई थिंक वाज लाइव फॉर
yeah.
व्हाट 2 years, एंड lot of people used it as well. And हाँ, मैं अपना stats भी track करता था इस पे. It used to be very useful site for me.
Yeah, this was the first version built using Polymer JS, and I presented this in the Dev Fest that time, GDE Dev Fest. And after that, I rewrote this application using ReactJS, about two and a half years back. This was the second version with
हाँ,
much
जब ये
more
वाला वर्जन
stats
था
and
तब मेरे वाले
everything.
रिपोजिटरी के साथ ठीक
So
ठाक चलता था,
a lot
और
of
I
charts.
यूज करता था काफी when it was at this stage. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this was one of like my favorite projects. But ID is like totally for different reasons. Like ID is like really great, gives me so much satisfaction to contribute to this project. So
Right.
I worked on this project, and when after in like 2 years back in summers, I went to Hackathon for internship in Bangalore. And on the first day, I went to the problem setters team, and I saw that like the people were using the coding blocks, this ID to solve problems. So I was like really inspired that okay, we built this ID like 1 year back. The students were using it, and now I am in like a totally different city in Bangalore, and they are like software engineers. They are working full time at Hackathon, and even those people are using it. So like these kind of things gives a lot of satisfaction
Right.
actually.
Definitely.
Sometimes my seniors and teachers like ask me like how do you stay motivated, like you keep on working on different things, how do you find this kind of motivation. And to all of those people and everybody who is listening, I tell the same thing, that I actually love working on this kind of stuff, and I actually get really satisfied when people are using the things which I have built. So if you feel the same way, just build stuff, publish those things, and like you'll really enjoy building those things, and you will be really satisfied, and it will provide you the source of motivation. Because like working for something where the motivation is just to get job will eventually get boring. But if you have this kind of motivation that you get really happy when people use your products, it will never die, and you'll always stay motivated and keep on contributing different things. So
Okay.
yeah, ID was really good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really great to hear. I think those stories. Next thing, I think I want to come to GraphQL and your GSoC part, but before that, I want to touch a little bit upon ये जो तूने बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स और इंटर्नशिप्स करे, तो इसमें किस किस टाइप के काम होते हैं, और मतलब कैसा एक्सपीरियंस होता है जनरली. लाइक जैसे ट्रिप शेयर पे तूने काम किया, तो क्या प्रोजेक्ट था और क्या सीखने को जनरली मिला. मतलब नॉट गोइंग इनटू वेरी टेक्निकल डिटेल्स, ऑफ कोर्स काफी कुछ होगा, बट इन जनरल लाइक वर्क कल्चर और जिस टाइप का प्रोडक्ट पे काम किया. सो लाइक ट्रिप शेयर योर वर्क, देन हैकर अर्थ, एंड देन अभी प्रोडक्ट हंट पे बीच में ग्रोफर्स में वी वर देयर. सो क्या क्या if you could walk through them, everybody starting from शुरुआत से, I think trip share के time से, how was the growth?
Yeah, so at every place, like I was fortunate that like everyone was so good, and I'm a kind of person like like someone, if you're a software engineer, you can enjoy like working only on the engineering part. But what I do is I like to enjoy working in cross functions, so that I can like talk to users also. I can do user research also, and then build things also. And I start like my first internship after coding box for Tripshare, and it was a platform for adventure tourism in India, kind of an Airbnb for adventure sports in India. And there I basically worked on different adding their payment flows and building different pages, landing pages and stuff for the platform, building a different referral invite system and working on the authentication also. And after that, I went to HackerEarth in summers. And at HackerEarth, my first project was working on face code. So I guess I have a blog post about it. I can show you. Yeah, sharing intern season upon HackerEarth. So yeah, so
I'll just add it
I
back.
started working. Yeah, I started working on the face code with Jagannath. He was a great mentor and colleague. So
I'll
I
just
worked
drop
with him
the
to.
link for your website as well. It is naman.sh, right?
Yeah, it's
Your personal
naman.sh.
website. Cool. I'll just drop that link as
Yeah,
well. So I think this is the personal website of Naman, so you can visit the blogs that he's showing. Yeah. Please continue. Sorry for interrupting. I just wanted everybody to see the link. Yeah.
yeah. So the face code is a pair programming platform where you can schedule interviews, you can pair program in real time, and you can even FaceTime. So we revamped this product in a month and a half, and after that I started working on the team management. So team management, in every enterprise product, there is a team management where you can create teams and build policies around it, and all the application policies and stuff. So I worked majorly on that team management with Lavish. She was my mentor at HackerEarth. I like in last February I was in Bangalore and I visited HackerEarth, and I checked if like my code was still running, and all the team management was still there, and I was like really glad, and like I was really happy seeing seeing it still working there. So
Right.
yes, these were the two major projects which I worked on at HackerEarth. In the
Right.
last summer, I went to Grofers for internship, and at Grofers again, in a Grofers, I worked in like cross-domain teams with the CRM team, automating the customer support, and we reduced the main response time by folds, and the number of chats which are sent to manual agents will reduce by 80%. And I hope like
Okay.
everybody knows about GOBD phase, which is a bi-weekly phase, and they receive almost thrice the number of support tickets during that time. And our target was to make that chat flow stable for the GOBD phase. And I really
Okay.
enjoyed that.
Right. I was working for a year at Zomato recently. So from your experience at, I think this thing Grofers, I can definitely say this कि मतलब जब आप किसी ऐसे प्रोडक्ट पे काम करते हो जिसपे मतलब लाखों के या करोड़ों के तादाद में लोग डेली कुछ ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं और उनकी मतलब काम की चीजें एक्चुअली their groceries are coming via that and they are really depending on that, so that gives a really big feeling of accomplishment. ये मतलब ये लगता है कि हाँ मतलब जो मैं कर रहा हूँ काम that has a very high impact कि हाँ इतने सारे लोग इस चीज को यूज कर रहे हैं और ठीक है वो कुछ
Yeah.
सपोर्ट पे चैट भेज रहे हैं, वो अब उनको सपोर्ट पे ज्यादा देर के लिए वेट नहीं करना पड़ा, कम टाइम के लिए वेट करना पड़ा है. दैट काइंड ऑफ इम्पैक्ट इज रियली सैटिस्फाइंग. आई थिंक एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर, एज एन इंजीनियर, ग्रो करने के लिए इस टाइप की अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलना बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है और ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज जब भी मिलते रहे किसी को भी तो वी शुड चेरिश दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी. So yeah, this is really like inspiring story to hear that one. So that was about Grofers. अच्छा, Product Hunt के बारे में कितने लोग जानते हैं who are on live chat? How many of you know about Product Hunt? Raise a hand, raise a hand emoji on the chat if you can, or just say hi if you guys know about Product Hunt. Anybody is a regularly visits Product Hunt website. It's a great website. I have been I think opening Product Hunt at least every week. Once I do open Product Hunt to see what's the latest stuff on that. For I think last 4-5 years I've been doing that. So yeah, how is the experience there? उस पे किस चीज पे कर रहा है काम? I'm sure there are really great engineers there. A lot of things to learn there as well.
Yeah, definitely. So Product Hunt is a platform where people come and launch products, and I joined Product Hunt in September 2019, and it's been a really great experience. But yeah, I've been working on different things. Majorly, I recently worked on performance and building a service to filter out spams, because it is a community platform, and what bad people do is they come and keep on upvoting. That's a spam thing, and we are really strict about that. We cannot let that happen, because we only want that credible users to be there on the platform. So I wrote a service to analyze the engagement and find out patterns, and based on that filter out the spams. And then I worked on improving the performance, both client side and the server side. At Product Hunt, we also have quarterly hackathons, and recently we had a hackathon on work from home, where we received a lot many submissions. So if you're a student, and I hope you get free time, and you obviously participate in different hackathons. So
Right.
Product Hunt also has a hackathon each quarter, so you can participate in that, and you will receive prizes. So I work on all these things, and right now we are developing a different platform altogether, Your Stacks. It is a kind of a graph database and platform for products, where I come and let my friends and family know what products I'm using, what headphones, what mobile phone, what software
Nice.
or applications I'm using, and share my recommendations. So I'm working on all these things, and this is a really a great learning opportunity for me too, because I'm not only coding, but I get to interact with the users also. I get to do the data analytics also, find out different patterns, and how to optimize our advertisement funnels, how to increase the click-through rates and all that. So I really enjoy all this stuff, where in an
Right.
environment I can do all those things, not just the coding.
Right. I think एक चीज not sure, मतलब I feel like Product Hunt का जो डिजाइन है वेबसाइट की जो UI UX है वो मेरे को बहुत ही प्यारी लगती है. तो I believe you are having a good experience working with some great designers. So how is that experience?
Yeah, we have two designers, Julie and Dan, and they are really great. I don't know where do they get so much creativity from. I'm really inspired. They if even if you see your stacks, it is even better than Product Hunt. And what we do is we have weekly discussions, and it's not just designers. They definitely design, but what we do is we have a flow where we analyze the data. We track every action on a platform, and if we see that okay, we can improve this flow for these users, and how can we do that? We track that data, analyze that data, and based on that data, we do take decisions and improve the designs. And Julie and Dan are pretty good about design, and the intuition they already have. If I have to think about something first, I don't know what people think while building using this thing. I'll go to the stats, find out the stats, and based on that I'll say something, okay, yeah, this is happening. But those guys, they have a really great intuition. So they already know that okay, we can improve these things based on this thing. So yeah, great learning experience from those guys too, and even the community team and the revenue team. So
Okay.
really helpful in learning cross domain.
Okay. So next चीज जो मैं पूछना है, how many people here they know about what is GraphQL? Have you guys seen what is GraphQL? Do you guys know what GraphQL does? Anybody has tried using GraphQL before here? It's actually getting a lot of popularity last 2 years. I have seen. So you guys want to hear about GraphQL, because that is the project in which Naman has been selected. And GraphQL का जो author है, he's your mentor, right? In this GraphQL Foundation का head जो है.
He's the admin of the organization, but he is not my direct mentor. My mentor is Ivan. He's
Okay.
also a permanent contributor to GraphQL.
Right.
So
Right.
he's a member of GraphQL Foundation, and he's my mentor. I'll be working on my project under him. So
अच्छा. तो
am I
उधर
sharing my
कल,
screen?
हाँ डेफिनेटली मैं स्क्रीन, तो कल पुलकित से बात हुई. पुलकित बता रहा था कि वो सारे गूगल के एम्प्लॉयज के साथ काम कर रहा है, और आई थिंक तू सारे फेसबुक के एम्प्लॉयज के साथ काम कर रहा होगा.
Sorry.
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अभी कल पुलकित के साथ बात रही थी, एंड ही इज गोइंग टू बी वर्किंग ऑन ओपीआर, व्हिच इज लॉट ऑफ गूगल एम्प्लॉयज आर देयर, सो इट्स बैक्ड बाय गूगल, एंड इट्स अ गूगल बैक्ड ओपन सोर्स प्रोजेक्ट. तो ही विल बी वर्किंग विद लॉट ऑफ ग्रेट गूगल इंजीनियर्स. तो आई थिंक एक जगह वो गूगल के इंजीनियर्स के साथ काम कर रहा होगा. तो यू आई थिंक वुड बी वर्किंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ फेसबुक इंजीनियर्स इन दिस प्रोजेक्ट, बिकॉज ओरिजिनली मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल इन द GraphQL team were from Facebook, right?
Yeah, they are from Facebook, but like there are a lot of people outside Facebook also. Like they are like independent developers, and they are contributing to GraphQL. So yeah, like they are everybody is they are engineers from Facebook also, and everybody. So I get to like get to know everybody. So definitely in the next week I'll reach everyone and get to know about them a lot more. So if I say some lines on GraphQL, like if you don't know about GraphQL, like GraphQL is a paradigm about how we can how two services can communicate with each other. Like we have different paradigms. Like for JSON APIs, we have a REST architecture, we have a SOAP architecture using XML, and like similarly, GraphQL is a paradigm. It is a way of communication with APIs. So in GraphQL, it is a strongly type architecture. We write a schema and define our objects and relations. And what we can do is in REST API we have like multiple endpoints, but with GraphQL we have a single endpoint, and the client can make queries. I will tell my API which fields on what object I want, and accordingly my API will give me back the results. On the other hand, in the REST architecture, we have like if I call this URL, I will get this result. If I call the other URL, I will get this result, and that will have a static structure. But with GraphQL, I can call only whatever I need. So I'll
Right.
be working with GraphQL. GraphQL Foundation defines the specification of GraphQL. I'll be
Right.
working particularly on the parser, the reference parser that GraphQL JS this project has implemented. It is a
Right.
parser which reads the string and parses into a AST. And this part, the GraphQL parser is used by IDEs like GraphQL or VS Codes. So indirectly, when I'll be working on integrating the error recovery and streaming support into the GraphQL parser,
Right.
that will be used by different IDEs like VS Code, like GraphQL, and those IDEs are actually used by all the developers who are working with GraphQL. So this is the main motivation because of which I applied specifically for this project on
Right. Nice.
for GSoC.
ओके. ओके. दैट इज ग्रेट. तो GraphQL आजकल मतलब बहुत प्रोजेक्ट्स में GraphQL React के साथ यूज हो रहा है, एंड लाइक React प्लस GraphQL इज अ वेरी नाइस कॉम्बिनेशन. एंड आप लोगों को बता दूं, नमन इज हेल्पिंग अस आउट सम टाइम इन हिज फ्री टाइम. कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स का एक एकेडमिक शेड्यूल भी बन रहा है, जिसमें हम लोग इसे जून में बहुत सारे लाइव कोर्स रन करने वाले हैं, C++ का, जावा का, वेब डेवलपमेंट का. तो आप लोगों को अपना टाइम टेबल दिखता रहे कि आपके मेंटर नेक्स्ट कब आपका क्लास लेगा, दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. So that also Naman is building, and it's made in React and GraphQL only, right? The new academic scheduler. So and that also we will make part
Yeah.
of Boss. In fact, तो जो लोग बॉस में पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहते हैं, तो if people who are interested in working on a React and GraphQL project, they can work on that project का नाम Gondor है. It's a Lord of the Rings reference, so that's something that you guys can work on. अच्छा, तो टॉकिंग ऑफ रिएक्ट, आई थिंक यार तेरा रिएक्ट के ऊपर बहुत मतलब आई थिंक तीन साल से ज्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस हो गया है ऑन वर्किंग ऑन रिएक्ट. यू स्टार्टेड विद योर ओन प्रोजेक्ट, पॉलीमर वाला रिएक्ट में कन्वर्ट किया है, उसके बाद एट इंडस्ट्री लेवल यू हैव वर्कड ऑन अ लॉट ऑफ रिएक्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स, राइट? So can you like take us through the React course that you have only designed? थोड़ा बहुत मैंने तेरे पीछे भी पढ़ा हूँ उसको जल्दी खत्म करने के लिए, but so yeah, so if you can go through the React course a little bit, tell them about like what are the things that people need to cover when they're studying React, and what are the things that are covered in this course. And uske baad, I think people are waiting impatiently for some of the coupons to drop as well. So we'll get to that then.
Yeah, sure. So I guess I'm sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So Tathagat and me worked on the ReactJS course. It is a course for beginners. It contains all the fundamentals you need to learn React and start building your application. We followed our approach of learning through only while building projects. So you will see that in this course we are building two major projects. The first part of the course is covered by Tathagat, in which he explains the beginner level fundamentals, and he is building a tic-tac-toe game using React, and you'll really enjoy his session. And after that, I'll be teaching you how to build an application similar to GetFame, which we a few minutes back discovered. So we'll be building a
Basically,
GitHub
जिस एप्लीकेशन से
Explorer
नमन का
application.
एकदम पूरा क्या कहते हैं करियर स्टार्ट हुआ है, तो दैट यू विल बेसिकली शो पीपल हाउ टू बिल्ड. तो वेरी गुड. आई थिंक GitFame काइंड ऑफ एप्लीकेशन इफ पीपल कैन बिल्ड, इट विल बी परफेक्ट काइंड ऑफ वे टू स्टार्ट विद अ फ्रंट एंड प्रोजेक्ट. बहुत ही बढ़िया.
Yes, yeah. Yes, and you'll be building GitHub Explorer applications, and you'll be calling the APIs and how to fetch the data from the API, save it in the state of your application, how to manage that state, and how to implement paginations, how to implement infinite scroll, how to implement forms in React, how to handle events in React. So and this is a fundamentals course, and we'll be covering all the beginner level fundamentals in this course. And in the sometime the advanced version of this course is also in pipeline, where we'll be learning the advanced feature also, like the optimizations around dynamic imports and all those stuff. But if you are a beginner and you want to start with React, if I got in had this course earlier when I was learning, it could have really helped me. And with that sense and keeping that in mind, we structured this course so that you won't only learn the fundamentals, but you will actually enjoy it, because it is through developing the applications only.
बहुत ही बढ़िया. मतलब आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट कोर्स एंड रियली गुड फॉर पीपल हु विल बी स्टार्टिंग ऑफ विद दिस, स्पेशली जिन्होंने जावास्क्रिप्ट थोड़ा बहुत किया है. आई विल डेफिनेटली रेकमेंड दोज पीपल टू गो फॉर दिस कोर्स. React is the most popular front-end framework today. React and Vue, these two frameworks are most used. हर जगह projects इन्हीं frameworks के साथ बनते हैं. So any one of these two frameworks, or probably both of these frameworks, you should learn. I would say front-end development जो लोग करना चाहते हैं, good place to start. We have some plans with Tathagat and Naman to create another React master course as well, जिसके अंदर हम लोग इसके आगे स्टेट मैनेजमेंट को बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ में पढ़ के, और फिर React नेटिव भी थोड़ा बहुत कवर करेंगे. React यूज करके डेस्कटॉप एप्स वगैरह और मोबाइल एप्स बनाने के ऊपर भी चीजें हम कवर करेंगे. सो दैट कोर्स इज in the works, and that also we will be doing very soon. So you would have like a even bigger end-to-end kind of एकदम React में React developer अगर बनना है, React में career बनाना है, तो something on that lines. So okay, made a lot of you guys wait for this thing, but so how many people are excited for the, of course, coupons to drop? So what we have, I will tell you what we have about the coupons. Let me just make some of the how to use the coupons clear to you, because when the coupons will drop, I think everybody will be rushed to be using it. But we have 4 coupons with us. The first coupon can be used by only 5 people. It is 100% off for this React course. You can purchase the light batch, either the May one or the June one, whichever one. If you're not really don't have a lot of free time right now, and you feel like in June you can start, so you can purchase the June batch. If you want to start immediately right now, then you can purchase the May batch. Okay, so yeah. It is applicable to the light batch for both May and June. That's the first coupon. We have another coupon that, so whoever are the first 5 people who would be using that coupon, putting it on their cart, they would of course get it. Okay. This is a course in which a lot of effort has gone into, and this is a course which is a pretty big course, and a lot of videos are there. A lot of content is there. It's not something I felt would be fair if we gave 5,000, 6,000 free for this particular course. So we have that. Then after that, there is another coupon that will drop, which there are going to be 10 of those which you can use, and that will be 90% off. Okay, so let's I think get started with the first one. Is this coupon that is there on the screen, guys? You can see the coupon right now on the screen. RCTJS boss. So that coupon, 5 of them you can use. Whoever the first 5 people are, congratulations. But yeah, you'll have to purchase that course right now. If you do not purchase the course by tomorrow, then that coupon will not remain applicable anymore. So if you just put it into your cart and don't purchase, then it will not be applicable after tomorrow. Okay. So then the second coupon, here is the second one dropping. That's RCTJS NMN, and this one would give 90. I just write it out. It will give you 90% off. Only 10 slots are there for this. Okay. So more are coming. Okay, don't worry. More are coming. So there are 10 of these ones. You can get 90% off if you want to use this. If all of these are used, then if anybody, whoever is able to put that coupon on their basket, just give a shout out. We would feature you on the video. Whoever is able to get it, you're lucky. Fastest finger first, or you're blessed with better internet speed probably. So, and then there is the third one coupon, which as you can see on the screen right now, that is so the coupons are named after boss Naman Tathagat, like that. So is the RCTJS TGT. This coupon, okay. So this one has 20 slots. So whoever 20 people can take that up, will get 75% off for the course on this. Okay, and so there's one final one which has 30 slots, and you will get 2/3 of the price off, 66% off. So let's have the final one. So yeah, here we go. We have got this is the final coupon that we had to drop. This is RCTJS ARN. You can get 66% off on this course, and there are 30 of this. Okay. So I think that's the coupons we had to be able to distribute during this live stream. So see, at the end of the day, the giving these coupons, it's just after all, जैसे अमित शाह भी कहते हैं जुमला है. So this is a just a fun thing we are doing here. Way to thank you guys. But the most important thing is of course to learn from the experiences, and I really loved what all Naman had to share. If anybody has any questions for Naman about the GSoC proposal, the internships he has done before, the work he's doing at ProductHunt right now, about React, about GraphQL, feel free to ask that, because these experiences, learning from them, this is really, really important. I feel like I am a very big believer in, whenever you see somebody succeed, so learn from, what are the steps that they took, what are the opportunities that they were able to grab hold of, what are the things that they did. So again, really, great things. Any last words of advice, Naman, you have for a lot of the people who are new to development world, getting into web development and all, into React? So any like general advice for everybody?
Yeah, sure. And just a small tip that you got 4 years, so don't run after jobs, don't run after things, and enjoy this period, because like after 5 years, you'll really remember that. So love what you do, explore what all you can, explore things and learn things, and build what you want to. So whatever you learn, if you love data science, you want to pursue in machine learning, just go there and build stuff and showcase your stuff, and enjoy this period, because after like 4 years you won't get time for internships. Then you'll be working, like internship experience is totally different with full-time experience. So have this experience for yourself, and like enjoy these 4 years, and best of luck to everyone.
Okay, okay. I think there are a couple of questions. Let's take those as well. I think one was about how to seek internships as a second year student. I would definitely like you to take this question up, because you have picked up so many internships while you were in first year, second year in college. Any tips around this?
Yeah, sure. So in my second year, I interned at HackerOut. So the first step is like have some projects ready for whatever position you are going. Have some projects ready, write some blog post, because when you send mention them on your resume, build a resume, mention the links to the GitHub repos in your resume, mention what all you build, why you build, and then send your resumes out. And initially what you can do is like you can even cold email people. Like if you see that, okay, I want to work particularly in this organization, but this organization does not have a job board, or right now they do not have any opening, you can still cold email them. So I got my hacker at internship through cold email only. I sent a random email to them with my cover letter, my resume, and after 20-25 days I got a feedback and an interview scheduled. I passed 5 interviews, and then I had my selection. So send cold emails, build connection on LinkedIn, ask people if there's some opening, and ask your contacts if they can refer you. But the most like you can definitely, if you're from a tier one college, and if you have like on campus placement, that is well and good. But I'm not from a tier one college, I'm from IPU university, and we don't have any good like on campus internships or placement. But yeah, if you're funding something off campus, definitely go for it. Contact send out emails, and you'll get referrals. Referrals is not a like a problematic thing, but you should work majorly on projects and your knowledge. So if you have like 5 projects to show, and you have like 10 blog posts written on different things, and you mention those on your resume, and you send somebody, he or she will that person will know that, okay, yes, you are really interested, and you are working in this field to develop skills, and you'll get the interview definitely.
I think yeah, that's the crux of it. I completely second it. Personal projects होने बहुत important है, और थोड़े बहुत ब्लॉग्स आपने लिखे हो अपनी एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में व्हेन यू आर बिल्डिंग दोज प्रोजेक्ट्स, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो आपके प्रोजेक्ट जो है ना, वो गिटहब पे सिर्फ सोर्स कोड के फॉर्म में नहीं होने चाहिए. दे शुड बी डिप्लॉयड, रीडमी पे बहुत अच्छे उनके स्क्रीनशॉट्स होने चाहिए, और उस प्रोजेक्ट को करने का आपका एक्सपीरियंस अगर आप एक ब्लॉग पे लिखो, और ऐसे आप 4-5 प्रोजेक्ट्स के साथ करो, आई डोंट थिंक उसके बाद आपको और कहीं से कोई डायरेक्शन की जरूरत पड़ेगी. आपको खुद को भी पता चल जाएगा कि इसके आगे करना क्या है, और आप जब लोगों के साथ नेटवर्क करोगे और अपॉर्चुनिटीज ढूंढने जाओगे, तो ऑटोमेटिकली अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपके पास आने भी लगेंगे. ठीक है, तो दैट आई थिंक
The best part,
या
yeah, the best part about this thing is the worst case which will happen is like you'll have a project to showcase. Like there's no bad thing which will happen. And another advice is like when you send out resumes or emails or cover letter, you don't just copy paste and send those. You want to show in your email and your cover letter that exactly why do you want to contribute this to this organization. They really want you to feel motivated about them, and they want to know the reason behind. You cannot just go to any organization and say I want to contribute when you haven't even thought about why you want to contribute to it. So pick up your organization, pick up the products you like, pick up the products you use. Used to do competitive programming on Hacker. So that was and that is the reason I was motivated to contribute to that platform, and that is why I applied. Similarly, to for all find the products which interest you, or you get you utilize, and the products you want to contribute to, and write a honest cover letter and email, and send those emails out.
Okay. That's a good thing. There's one question from Ananya, and by the way, to everybody on the channel, Ananya के साथ कल हमारा एक interview है Ananya के साथ. Ananya will be talking about a lot of things. Ananya is right now very famous across the world. Bloomberg TV तक उसको interview के लिए बुला रहे हैं, because he has made a website where you can find out if your internship has been cancelled due to COVID-19 or not, and that has become world famous. But he has a question, and that's a very nice question. I think ये question बहुत important है. Everybody who has succeeded, they should answer this question to give a picture to the people, like, you know, how many companies do you really need to apply to, how much effort do you need to put into. We should not just look at the final success के हाँ इस बंदे को यहाँ पे offer मिल गया और यहाँ पे कर रहा है. So I think Naman, मतलब you know, कितना भटकना पड़ा दर, which is the, I think, crux of the question. How many places did you attempt, and like any advice on people who face rejections when you apply initially?
Yeah, so if you do cold email, and you contact people, or even if you give interviews, not everybody will select you, definitely. So that was the same case with me also. Initially, in my first or second in the second year, I tried applying for the research interns under different professors also. But I couldn't get any reply for them. I emailed like 20-25 professors in different universities, and for the development internships, yes, I remember I applied at the time of Hacker Earth, I applied a total of like 5-6 organizations, which like 20 about 20 more organizations cold emailed them, but I didn't get those reply. And out of those 5 organizations which replied, I could only clear interviews for 3 of them. So
Right.
definitely there will be such cases when you won't clear the interview, you won't get any reply, but you don't have to be sad about that.
Right. So I think very good thoughts to end with that. Keep trying, and you have to persist a little bit to get them. Is not like आप पहला cold email डालोगे और वही बंदा बोलेगा कि आजा बेटा कर ले internship मेरे साथ. That's not how it will happen. So you have to put in effort. Yeah, Naman, once again, thank you. थोड़े time पहले you had come for another interview on remote work at that time also. So again, you have taken out time for this. Thank you so much. All the best for the GSoC period that is starting. I hope you add some great stuff to GraphQL. Maybe later on, 6 months, 1 year later, when we all use GraphQL, we would be thinking about, okay, this feature that Naman has added to it. All the best for that. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
So
thanks for having me, Arnav Bhaiya.
Yeah. Okay, welcome, and thank you everybody who tuned in today. Thank you for coming for the video. Hope this clears some doubts. Hope this gives you some information, and it mostly gives you some inspiration to work on a lot of things. So stay home, stay safe. Wash your hands, and good night, everybody. Okay.